Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a new week. Hope you all had a really nice long Matariki weekend. For us, it was pretty quiet. Steve and both kids ended up getting the flu last week, so they were all in recovery mode. Fortunately, I haven't caught anything yet. I don't know whether I'm soon to get it or not. I'm trying to do everything I can not to. So lots of fruit, lots of zinc, lots of vitamin C, lots of water. Anyway, today we are talking about aligning short-term actions with long-term goals. And the reason I want to talk about this today is that Steve and I are putting a lot of focus at the moment on developing our 12-month mentorship program. This is a fantastic program to help people achieve longer term goals and offer ongoing support over 12 months. And we're actually really excited about it because we can see the potential with that mentorship and how much value we are going to be able to add to the mentorship and being able to help people achieve their health and well-being goals. So I want to start with asking you a question, and that is, do you have a goal relating to your health and well-being that feels out of reach to you? Do you have a goal that feels to you like perhaps you'll never be able to get there? And that could be anything ranging from maybe you have a fair amount of weight to lose. Maybe you feel like you're not able to find the time to plan and cook healthy meals. Maybe you've got a health condition that you would really like to overcome, but you don't know how. Maybe it's just a matter of feeling like you've got more energy each day to help get you through the day. What I've come to realize is, and this is not, it's not new. It's certainly not something that I've kind of just come to realize. But over time, especially with working with people a lot on a day-to-day basis, is that a lot of people don't understand the power they have to actually achieve their goals. Good morning, Karina. Hope you're doing well. So people don't understand how much power they have to achieve their goals. They get stuck in a I wish I could or I don't know how mentality. And what that does is it keeps them in a constant negative loop. And whatever you tell yourself is what your brain is going to search for evidence for. So if you keep telling yourself that I don't know how to do this, or I wish I could do this, but I don't know how, then your brain is going to find evidence of that wherever you go. It's just how the brain works. So rather than being trapped in this ongoing loop of struggle, there's two ways that you can actually get out of that and start working towards your health and well-being goals. The first one is to understand that what you believe is what you achieve. And this goes back to what I was just saying about your brain searching for evidence. So if you believe that you can't achieve something, then there's no way in hell that you're going to get there. There's just no way. If you're constantly telling yourself that, okay, I've got to lose 20 kilos, but I just don't think I can, then I can tell you something. You're never going to get it. You're never going to get there because your brain will always be searching for evidence of why you can't lose that 20 kilos. So your thoughts have so much influence over how you experience life. Your thoughts have so much influence over how you experience life. So if you change your thoughts, and I know it sounds like a cliche about, mindset and changing your thoughts, but it's so true. It all starts with your thoughts. So if you change your thoughts to, okay, I've got 20 kilos to lose, how am I going to do it? let's find a way. I know I can do this. Let's just figure out how to do it. Then your brain will start finding ways to achieve that goal. Okay, so the reality is that a lot of us have thoughts on a daily basis that are just not serving us at all. And this is very obvious when you look at the way that a lot of people live their lives. They're caught in a trap or sort of like a vicious cycle of those limiting thoughts just on a constant repeat over and over again. So that's the first way to get towards your health and well-being goals, is to change your thoughts around it. From I can't, or I don't know how, or I wish I could, to yes, I do know how, and I'm going to figure it out, and let's do it. Okay, mindset shift, very, very important. The second one is to identify your goal, whatever it is: weight loss, overcoming a health condition, cooking, finding time to plan and cook healthy meals, and then work towards it by breaking down that goal into doable short-term actions. And this is where what I wanted to talk about today was about aligning your short-term actions with your long-term goals. Now, I like to work on 12-month goals, because I think it's such a great amount of time. So 12 months is enough to achieve something really significant. But it's not long enough that it feels like it's way off in the distance. I mean, we all know how fast 12 months can go. And this is where our mentorship, I believe, is so valuable, because we help people set targets for that 12 months. Okay, so it's a really, really good amount of time. So let's say that your 12-month goal is to lose 20 kilos, okay? So what you have to do is, if you're sitting there thinking, I've got 20 kilos to lose, how the hell am I going to do that? Like, that's a lot of weight. Yes, it is. But the key is to start breaking it down into short-term actions that align with that goal. So actually, if you break down a 20 kilo weight loss over 12 months, that's about 1.5 kilos a month. 1.5 kilos a month. What's that? Like 400 grams a week on average. When you start looking at it like that, it's doable. You know, 400 grams, it's like a couple less, you know, chocolate biscuits, or, you know, maybe cutting out the bag of potato chips that you have at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's doable, okay? Let's use another example of you want to put time aside. So your long-term 12-month goal is that you really want to get into a really good habit of cooking healthy meals for your family, because at the moment you're relying on convenience food and it's always a last-minute stress. You know, it's something that just adds stress to your day at 6 o'clock at night when the kids are asking what's for dinner. So you need to break this down into doable chunks. So what does that mean? It means setting aside time, maybe on a Sunday, to plan your weekly menu, and then do your grocery shop, whether it's online or in the store. And then, you know, figuring out what time of day you are going to put aside where your priority is to cook that healthy meal. So maybe the thought for you at the moment is, oh, I've got so much on my plate. I hate cooking and I just don't find the time, and I end up like getting frozen pizzas out of the freezer and all that sort of thing. You need to break it down into doable chunks so that your short-term actions of meal planning, shopping, putting time aside each day to cook a healthy dinner for the family aligns with that long-term goal. So the key thing that I want to get across here is that your daily actions may seem really, really insignificant on a daily basis, but over time, they add up to massive changes. And often we can't see those massive changes until we look back with hindsight and go, oh, look how far I've come in 12 months. You can't see that at the beginning because it feels overwhelming, and you think, oh, but day to day I can't see any change and nothing's really happening. But if you put yourself into your future self, this is quite a useful tool, I find. is if you imagine yourself as your future self looking back, that will help you start to put those little action plans into place, those little short-term actions that align with your long-term goal. So what would your future self, who's 20 kilos less than what you are now, this is 12 months in the future, your future self, what would that person be telling you to do on a daily basis? She'd be telling you to follow through and to break it down into easy to do actions so that you can get to that goal. Okay, so a couple of examples of really tiny actions that can add up to massive change. I mentioned chocolate biscuits before. This is an example. Say after dinner each night you have 2 chocolate biscuits. Imagine if you replaced those 2 chocolate biscuits that you have with your cup of tea with a square of dark chocolate. That could be enough to drop that 1.5 kilos a month. Just a simple change. We're not talking about massive change here. We're talking about little daily actions that add up to significant results. Perhaps if you're someone who has pain in the body, maybe you've got inflammation or joint pain or you've got arthritis, perhaps replacing your milk and your coffee or tea with a plant-based milk is enough to start reducing inflammation in the body and relieving that joint pain. Again, little daily actions that add up to massive change. Perhaps getting yourself into a great sleep routine each night, having the discipline to follow a good bedtime routine is enough to help you sleep better so that you've got more energy through the day. If that's one of your goals, is to have more energy and to feel more on top of things, to feel more alive each day, more vibrant. A big part of that is your sleep. And if you're not sleeping well, everything else just starts to fall apart. There's no doubt about it. So sleep is really important, but all it takes is a little change to your nighttime routine to retrain your body how to sleep properly. And then you start getting more energy through the day. And when you've got more energy, you've got more capacity to deal with everything else that you want to work on, whether it's cooking the healthy meals or having the willpower to say no to things sometimes. It's really hard to do when you're tired and when you're feeling grumpy and irritable. So key message today is align your short-term actions with your long-term goals. That's how you're going to get there. Don't think too hard about the long-term goal because it can be overwhelming. Just think about how you can break that goal down into monthly goals, maybe even weekly goals, and then break them down even further into what does that mean that I need to do every day. And when you start noting those things down and breaking them down, that's when you come up with a plan, a solid plan that you can follow. If it's all just in your head and you're just kind of, flying by the seat of your pants and hoping for the best, that in 12 months you're going to lose 20 kilos, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen because you're going to have too many things that derail you. You're going to have too many distractions. And if you haven't got a plan, in the heat of the moment when things are tough or you're having a bad day, you are going to stumble and you're not going to follow through with those daily actions that you need to achieve that long-term goal. So I'm going to leave it there today. Again, if you're somebody who has a long-term goal, and I'm talking about around that 12-month mark, as I said, 12 months is a really great amount of time to achieve significant change with your health. Get in touch about our 12-month mentorship. It's a fantastic program. Steve and I are putting so much attention into this at the moment. We are planning on building it, evolving it, and we've got really big plans for that 12-month mentorship, and we would love for you to be part of our community. We've got a really great community in there already, and we want to keep building it. So let me know if you've got any questions. I can send you some more information. I'm going to leave you with a quote. It's a very well-known quote. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Okay, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So start your 1,000-mile journey, whatever it is, with a single step. And I can tell you that first single step is up here. It's deciding. It's deciding that you are going to do something. Because your thoughts are so important in getting you to where you want to go. And your thoughts must work to support you, not derail you. Okay? And so many of us get caught up in thoughts every single day that don't serve us at all. And they leave us stuck, they leave us trapped, they leave us frustrated. Change your thoughts and you can change your whole outlook and your whole life. Okay, we're going to leave it there today. Hope you all have a wonderful Monday. It's a beautiful day out there today in Tauranga. I'm going to have my next client on Zoom at 10 o'clock. And then I think I'm going to go for a nice walk outside and enjoy the fresh air. So, yep, thanks for listening, everybody. We'll catch you same place, same time next Monday. If you've got any questions, please let me know. Thanks, everybody. Bye.